Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without lead. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ballchat. Greetings, football lovers. Bless up another Sunday. Happy football Sunday to the family. Welcome to Ballchat podcast. My name is Benton, along with the crew. Wherever you listening across the globe, whether you're in the US or you're there, Ghana, big up yourself. Welcome to Ballchat. Come on. Well, go on, family. A long time I didn't see you from last year. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm from last. Oh yeah, true. I'm good. Everything is good, man.
Okay, now from last year. Junior, my brethren, how you stay, family? Well, Manchester United had a wonderful weekend. How you stay, family?
Well, you know, I'm starting to feel like I'm 12 years younger. It started to feel like old school Manchester United. So I feel young again.
You know, a success again in the Manchester derby, roll back the years, right?
Rolling back the year. I keep holding on.
Big up yourself. Football lovers, welcome to Ballchat Podcast, where we review some of the week's major news in the world of football. We're going to discuss the derby weekend in the EPL, Manchester derby, North London derby, and what else? Whatever other derby we're going to discuss. We're going to discuss the security concerns or security issues around executive members at Everton Football Club. We're going to take a look at the Scudetto as Napoli, big bad Napoli running impressive as Napoli look to win their first Scudetto title in 33 years. We'll also discuss the Reggae Girls training camp and take a look at the Reggae Girls squad currently in training camp as they get ready for the Cup of Nations tournament down under. But we kick it off with Ballers and Bugs highlighting the impressive players of the week. Come on, Ballers of the Week, family. Who do you have? Who do you have as your ballers? Football family, big up to Geraldo Haynes running in fast. Send on your Ballers and Bugs, family.
For me, I would say Victor Osimhen. He had a brace in a 5-1 beating of Juventus for Napoli. And I think Napoli should be the title winners in their league. So, you know, he has been very impressive, you know, for the Super Eagles. 24 years old, Chelsea looking for people. Chelsea buying everybody, but don't want to buy a good and true striker. So for me, Victor with his brace in the game, we have to give it up to Arsenal. If I don't say Arsenal fans can Nyamira like Geraldo. 8 points clear. I mean, I think they are the real deal. I don't know if they're going to win the title, but Arsenal, for me, they're playing complete football. Rashford, 8 goals, and 2 assists in 18 games. I think last season he had a little slump, but it's nice to see the young man coming into form. So for me, Victor, Arsenal, and Rashford, I will give those 3 my ballers of the week.
Victor Osimhen, ball of the week. We'll discuss Napoli and Juventus game in a second because I want to hear your thoughts on the massacre in the Scudetto. Junior, my family, ballers of the week, family, from you.
It have to my first baller have to be Steve Cooper, coach of Nottingham Forest. We'll clown them. We'll laugh after them when they were down in the gully, right? And look at them now.
Where are they? Not in the gully anymore? They're right.
Not in the gully. They're the right of the gully bank.
Wait, is that the Jamaican DJ Gully Bop?
Big up Bop.
Big up Bop.
On a serious note, though, he has done a masterful job, and what that shows is what time does for a guy who knows how to coach, right? Because you buy up all these players, you buy all these puzzle pieces, and just expect the pieces to match. And what happens? You get your bottom beat off for the first half of the season. But as soon as you start getting it right, things start flowing, right? So it's amazing what happens when you give a coach time. Hint, hint. into my Chelsea conversation later.
Hint,
But I forgive Manchester United also ball of the week is more than beating Man City. It's the way that they approach the game. Yes, they were lucky. Precursor, bug of the week when we got to the football rule book, because that was an offside. But the offside aside, the approach that they had to the game was showing that they are on par with City. So the whole of Manchester United get ball of the week. Arteta get my forever ball of the week because him no care what go on around him, but just take care of my business. And that is very Pep-like.
Yeah, big up to Arteta, big up to Nottingham Forest. It's a good thing you remind me of the issue regarding that goal, that Bruno Fernandes goal, controversial goal in the Manchester derby. We have the listeners, we also have the official in the house today. So come on, we'll take a deep dive in the football recap segment and break down the rules and give her thoughts on that decision, because it's a be a passa. One bag of passa around that goal. My ballers of the week, family, keeps an eye on your ballers and bugs. My ballers for this week, I have two ballers. I want to give a baller of the week to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva, in all this mess that is Chelsea Football Club, the only silver lining, the only thing that is good is Thiago Silva. And art in defending this man position-wise is impressive, impeccable. So ball of the week to Thiago Silva. Instrumental in the first victory in the last 3 games today against Crystal Palace. So big up to Thiago Silva. I don't know how many tackles he made and how many headers that he did in that game. Also ball of the week to the one and only Mohamed Salah. And the Saints go marching in. What an impressive week for Southampton Saints. Beat Man City in the FA Cup or EFL Cup. And also beat Everton for the first victory in a long time. So Southampton gets a ball of the week, man. Nathan Jones, the head coach, I don't know who he is, but he gets a ball of the week. Southampton looks impressive. So those are my ballers of the week. Big up the family, send on your ball. And also, yes, Leon Bailey. But Jason Frame, big up. Jason Frame. So Leon Bailey, redemption for the game against Leon Bailey gets a ball of the week from me. I thought he was impressive for Aston Villa against Leeds. So big up to Leon Bailey. Impressive display. Bugs of the week, come on, who do you have?
So before we start, so should we change Thiago Silva's name to Thiago Goal?
No, we're not do that. The man name is the man name. As his wife, Bella Silva, state, if they have 3 more Thiago Silva, 1 in midfield and 1 as striker, they would be good. Chelsea Football Club would be good.
But Chelsea ridiculous. Anyway, so my bugs, Liverpool, of course. And we're not gonna take anything from Brighton because Brighton at home is really good. But Liverpool, they are declining. A die-hearted Liverpool fan told me yesterday so them rather go to a road, go grocery shopping with them wife than watch Liverpool yesterday. That is bad because that man don't like shopping. He rather stay in the house and eat bread back. So that's how bad it is with Liverpool. Chelsea. Oh my! But I don't know if it's about Chelsea. No, I'm not excited. I was looking for my jersey. I was gonna wear my jersey today. I have brand new jerseys I want to put on, but a shame. Chelsea just does not seem like they're ready for prime time. Potter looked clueless. And even though we are riddled with injuries, we are clueless on the pitch. So for me, Chelsea as well. Spurs. We told Conte not to take this job. I don't know why Conte feel like he can come turn water into wine. And if it's just not going to work. So for me, I'm going to do individual. Lloris should get a bug too for that goal Wembley team because I don't understand it. But Liverpool, Chelsea, and Spurs to me, they were the most disappointing this weekend. I'm not even going to say Juventus because them is the next excitement. But those 3 teams were really disappointing this weekend.
You can't lively up yourself then with the bugs, so Chelsea is not good, or Chelsea's not playing well, but you could lively up yourself with the bugs. Junie, the bugs of the week, family. Big up the crime minute star. running in. Big up to the family. Junior Bugs of the Week, family.
My first book of the week, I go to the Everton chairman or board or whatever the hell they want to be. They're a bunch of scared rich people. And you guys don't understand. We'll soon talk about it. Well, let me give them my bug. Them are my bug. And I will explain why I say scared rich people. The move on going, man. But nobody wants it. And my other bug is, I'm going to say Potter need time, but we the football chat, I'm going to say, why are you starting João Felix after you just signed him yesterday? Why are you starting him? That is the most riskiest move ever. And look what happened. Boom. The boy come on, give 10 good minutes of football, take about 15 foul, and collect a red card. So that means you're on loan and you're going to miss the next 3 games. That alone is a fireable offense, in my opinion, for Graham Potter. So Graham Potter get my next bug. But Everton, full board, and the chairman, and Graham Potter are my bugs of the week. I mean, tell you why them are my bug later.
All right, big up Prime Minister. Big up Prime Minister. Prime Minister says ball of the week. Todd Bowley playing FIFA manager with real money. So Prime Minister is giving Todd Bowley a ball of the week for playing FIFA manager with real money. Jason Frames, big up yourself. Jason Frames said Bugs Chelsea. They just keep copying Arsenal's transfer plans. Careful, look what happened to Felix. And Jason Frames says ballers, Leon Bailey, and he also has Rashford, Gunners, looking unfazed, unbothered. Ballers of the week. Keep sending on your ballers and Bugs family. My ballers of the week. We're going to get to our recap show. We just want to highlight one baller. I mean, Bugs. My Bugs of the week. One bug. Mason Mount. Mason Mount is a big bug. Big bug. We're not going to say. For a player that is supposed to take the next step, and he's a senior player in this Chelsea outfit, the man can't even pick out a 5-yard cross going on the touchline. It's Mason Mount, bug. All right, we're going to get to our football roundup, family. But before we get to our football roundup, we want to give one big baller to this youth, Sebastian Hellier, for coming back from the treatment, cancer treatment, and he actually returned and played football this weekend. Scored a hat-trick. So Sebastian Hellier gets a big baller of the week and of the year for this youth. I mean, he battled against cancer. So big up to Sebastian Hellier, baller of the week. All right, let's get to our football roundup right now and get to the meat of the matter. Big news, hot off the press, last 5 hours. Chelsea run in and took over the Arsenal transfer. Come on, Mudryk. You said his brother name Mudryk is now a Chelsea player. 70 million, could reach 100 million pounds with add-on. Come on, the floor is yours.
70 million, 108 here this morning. Come on, keep up with the money, Benton. Keep up with the money.
70 million pound could reach 100 million pound according to Jules Lauren of ESPN with add-ons if Chelsea achieve certain objectives such as win Champions League. We know that now. Win Premier League. we know that now. 7.5 years deal. Come on, the floor is yours.
7.5 for 8.5. Hey, we numbers them off. Listen to me.
7.5 years deal. We are going with Jules Lauren.
At this point, do we know what? No, there is a perfect time for introduce Taylor 12 months. It's a gift when do like what are we doing? So we're buying all these players, and what are we doing with them? Will he make a difference? I tell you, him in the stands today and watch Chelsea play today, him should have told me agent, listen, we want to go back to which part may I come from. I don't know. Yes, Potter should be given time But we want to give him time to reach for a championship. I don't know if he's the man for this club. Yes, it is unfair to kind of point all the fingers at him because he's just one man, he's the coach. And the product is on the pitch. So we can say that he has given the big name players, the big money signings, the opportunities. And I disagree with Junior. You have a girlfriend and she can't cook, and you go to a road and you find a nice girl out there that can cook. Wouldn't you want to go to eat dinner the same night to get that new girl? So Chelsea
hold on. Sorry, but eat dinner where?
What type of eating call them?
Hello. And
No,
the new girl, you tell your wife, say, you're going to check Benton to work on some equipment, right? I'm going to eat some good dinner. It's the same thing with Chelsea. Chelsea had terrible product on the pitch. They went and they got this player on loan. Remember saying, he's in a signed 7.5, 8-year deal, It's a 6-month deal. So you spend all this money. You need him to come in to change. Why are you keeping him on the bench? And you can't blame Potter for Felix thinking that he was still playing in Spain, where him can come up and put him foot almost go right through the guy's side. It was a Simone kind of tackle, right? Eric Cantona kind of tackle. So I think he will get used to the Premier League, but that was just rash. And up to that point, I thought that he was the best Chelsea player on the pitch.
Sorry. I get a phone call. Sorry, I'm going to mute. 1 second. Hello? No, it's a figure. No, go so. No, go so. Nothing at all. Go so.
Don't mix the engineer.
Sorry. But you didn't put mute.
But you went out there and you got the players because, to be honest, I mean, it's panic time. We're 19 games in. We're halfway into the season and we're down there closer to relegation than we're actually up to first place. So I can see why he brought him in immediately. It never worked out, but I mean, we would not know that he was playing really well up to that point. I am not convinced that bringing a bunch of players in, it's just like the PSG project. You have all these good players who show that they can play well at their clubs over there. But when they come together, it's not a team effort. We have not seen that with Raheem Sterling, even though Raheem played in the Premier League and he has played against some of these players. Raheem still look out and start like they're not on the same, page. Him and Mason Mount play for England, and it's like sometimes they're not on the same page. So I think bringing in all these players can be a good thing, but will it work for us this season? If they're signing people to almost 8 years deals, I am thinking that they're looking towards the future.
Listeners, we want to make sure we put a disclaimer. We want to tell our listeners that, come on, the Chelsea fan, things are rough, so the analysis might not be as in depth and as very good as it normally is, because the Chelsea corner dark. So whatever, come on, just say, just. Thank you.
Wait. Oh yeah, John, that's before Junior wife come over there.
Yeah, whatever happened. Junior, though, to kind of use somewhat of a similar analogy, a friend of mine said today that this Mudryk deal is almost akin to when he was a kid or when we were children. We were trying to date and hook up or date this young girl. And then next thing you know, a next man run in and take her off away on. Arsenal and Madrid has been twerking for each other for the last month and a half. And here comes Chelsea. Junior, is this a loss for Arsenal or Chelsea in over ahead with this transfer?
I mean, is Mudryk the last good player on the transfer market? Aren't there other options?
It seems like Arsenal, there should be other options, but Arsenal focus a lot on this transfer.
So that don't mean anything. The thing. Come hear what Cameron's saying, and my heart is with her, right? But my mind is telling me that Cameron is missing the bigger picture. The bigger picture is Potter obviously doesn't talk to his players. And I can bet you anything right now that eventually there's going to be some report that says Potter is not a good communicator, or there's always miscommunication between him and the team. If I bring in a new player, João Felix, right? Mason Mount, Zurich, everybody, Kai, everybody supposed Aubameyang supposed to say, Jesus peace. My spot is in jeopardy, right? And him come in and play the very first game. What conversation did Potter have with all of those players for say, I rate this youth that I only see in practice twice up close and personal. I rate him enough to come into my system that me I teach only for months. He might come in and instantly do better than all out, right? If I was a Aubameyang when never start, or whoever never start, Mount whoever never start, me go look for you now and say, hey, we are come back to now for the next 3 match. And me going to come talk about complain now, but they move and go. I can promise you right now that locker room is fractured. You have Potter players versus non-Potter players, and they know who they are. Okay. It's the same thing happened with Ole at Manchester United, and Potter just showing his inability to be a man manager.
Yeah. So with that,
all right. Let me. I'm sorry. Let me just
come on.
Say something about that where I disagree with you now. Well, not disagree with you now. So for me now, as a coach, right, or a player, I should look into myself. What is the reason why they have to go there and get this player to come in on loan? Not go there and spend money and buy a player and say, all right, then he's going to be in my plans for the next 7 years. What is the reason that the club had to go out there and get a player that plays my position, a position that I have been playing for 18 games this season, and we are struggling and we are in 10th place now? What reason did they have to go there? So they're supposed to look at themselves and say, I am not doing my job, because if the coach is giving me 70 plus minutes, multiple games, and he's not getting results, how can I truly sit and say, okay, the coach shouldn't go out there and get another player to show me up? You're already showing up yourself. And remember, football is a result-based game. So I don't understand where a player who's not performing would be upset that they get somebody to come in. Because if Chelsea gets relegated, right, they're going to clean house. You're not going to want to play, because if Mason Mount and Chelsea and Raheem get relegated, unless they go to a club in the Premier League, they will not be chosen for England. England, they don't choose anybody below Premiership and Premier League level. So if Mason Mount and the other players who play for England are going to sit there and complain that they're bringing in help, then them is looking at themselves. It's just ridiculous at this point. Chelsea needs all the help that they can get. And for me alone, I go out there, I'm going to get Giroud, I go borrow Lewandowski from, but if I want, because goals are our problem.
See, that is a sort of excellent analysis we expect from Cameron. Shibak in our players. So Mudryk, statistically, 7 goals, 7 assists in 12 games so far this year for Shakhtar Donetsk. So we just watch the space. I mean, they're going young. The big thing about this deal is that at some point there will have to be a fire sale, aka a movement off the books in the summer, because when financial fair play kicks back in, this offset, this imbalance in the financial space has to be addressed. So, and then Kunku is coming in the summer. So Raheem Sterling.
Fafana on the bench.
Yeah, and Fafana is on the bench. So Raheem Sterling and Aubameyang and Christian Pulisic and the rest of the group. Yo, good luck to him.
Aubameyang, you can't sell a player when he's injured. So Pulisic.
Well, it depends. You can just say, yo, brother, just go on.
I think Juna was the one who said, what a man lucky I mean, not to celebrate his injury.
Yeah.
But Junior was saying, you can't get rid of him while he's injured.
Yeah,
Because
yes.
he has not been effective. Because and the way how we know that he has not been that effective, he was not even named U.S. National Team Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Tyler Adams was. So he was going to go. Aubameyang has not proven why he needs to be at Chelsea. So he's going to go, right? And I hope that them take some of Curly here and carry him somewhere, loan him back, send him back a break, send him go somewhere else. But he's not. Koulibaly, can we get the Koulibaly from Napoli? Who is this imposter around the back? Yeah. Every time the ball goes to him, I get so nervous. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think Potter has already decided Cucurella's fate, unless Cucurella changed, because the commitment to the kid, Hall, no. Because Hall has played in the last few games, and Hall is not good. Hall is 18 years old. He's turning over the ball a lot. But the coach is saying...
Maybe nervous.
Yes, maybe he's nervous, and he's making a lot of errors. But the coach is saying, look, Cucurella, my $60 million baller, go on bench. So,
but talk about Kai Havertz. Today, I was drinking a latte today, and you made a comment in the group, and I swear to God, the whole of my shirt was up, because I'm like, it come out from my nose, it come out from my ears. When he missed that easy chance, and you're like, oh my God, Whisper wouldn't even miss that.
Yes,
and I laugh because it is so funny, and so, maybe factual. We don't even know. We're not say factual, but maybe it could happen that a 17-year-old schoolboy would have put away that chance versus Kai. And then my friends, them are going to tell me, oh, he's not being played in the right position. He's out of position. You don't miss those opportunities. So
Whisper would have scored. I don't know. We not hide and talk. Whisper, the big Whisper would have scored that.
He's so committed. And that's where we see. So I don't know. He's so committed to some of these players that they are wondering, is he giving them the rope for hang themselves? Because I know, the one goal in every 5 games for an attacking player, I don't think that is good enough, especially for a team that's struggling and begging for goals.
All right. Manchester Derby time. Big up Sherway Crockett. Sherway Crockett said Conference League next season. You can know which team we're talking about.
We can't jump so far.
Junior, Manchester, we cannot have today's show without spending some time in the Manchester Derby. Controversial decision on the Bruno goal. But before we even get to that goal, and Junior, Manchester United look like they're making strides under this Ten Hag tenure, brother. They're going to play some ball game.
Because the day before, I posted the report where the reporter asked Ten Hag about what City will do to them and how City will play against them, and Ten Hag said, I don't care. And funny enough, he meant what he said. Manchester United approach the game like them approach every other game, right? Which I think is a good thing, because we have gone from seeing Ole play 5-3-2 with Shaw as a third center back, and it worked against Man City, right? But then they come out and play another system afterwards. We see Ten Hag come out and say, we're going to play our football. I trust my system. We are prepared for what they will do, and let's say, and it became a technical game. So it's a very good game. And we'll talk about the offside goal. But apart from that, yes, Manchester United is trending in the right direction. Marshall just can't play 90 minutes of consistent football, which is a problem. We need a striker.
Yeah.
I don't know if Weghorst is the guy, but we need a striker.
Yeah. Come on, before we get to the half-side rule, we'll turn over the floor to you in a second, and then just put up the image regarding that goal. And you walk us through the decision, at least your interpretation and your application of the rule. The game itself, come on, your thoughts on the game itself and the eventual victory.
Manchester United fans are so upset with me because immediately after the Manchester United and City game, I went and I put $10 on Manchester United to win the league. So that is how much I was impressed, or not impressed by game, was impressed by the progression. And I don't like to talk about Junior's team so glowingly because then you never hear the end of it when it comes to Junior and Manu. But I am really impressed with the progression. I remember, we were teasing him when they were in what, 8th and 9th junior, and you kept on saying, "No, I am at peace." And it was like this thing where we would laugh at you because there was no identity. Now you see Manchester United coming around the corner. And not only that, they're winning the games. This is like how they're winning the games. They're grinding out games. Like the goals are coming from everybody. You don't know who will score. Casemiro has been, like rock solid, and it's so impressive. No, and you can see that we don't need Harry Maguire. I think in the 80 something minutes he was coming on and everybody was throwing their hands up. Like, well, we are going with Harry Maguire. He's surplus, right? Because Manchester United, they're really playing well. Rashford, he had a little slump, and you can almost bet money that Rashford is going to score or have an assist. And I think for me, it was the fact that Manchester United had 4 shots on target and Manchester City had 1. Even though City had 70% of the possession to Manchester United 30%, it felt as if United was more in control of the game, bar the Katifu goal. But I thought that, City was holding on to the ball too long, and Manchester United, they were just passing and trying to make something happen. And for me, I thought that was the best game of the weekend. And I'm really happy that Manchester United won because they really deserve it.
Yeah, they deserve it. Marcus Rashford, 8 goals so far this season. Really, really playing some good football.
Appearances and assists.
Okay, come on. You're gonna have to walk through us laymen and through the Bruno Fernandes goal, the offside rule. The image is up for all the radio listeners. The image is up right now, so turn on your TV. And just walk us through this decision around this offside, this non-call, non-given offside goal,
right.
as some would say.
So let me read. So it was just so crazy. Once we saw it, my other referee friend Rex posted to because Rex referees too. My other friend Nikki, she's a FIFA assistant ref. Immediately, we talk about these things all the time. My referee group was going crazy because I'm sorry. We ref, look at DB leagues them. I ref the babies them from U5 go all the way up to U17. I'll referee. And these calls affect us. You know why? Because you have the dads and the moms who watch the Premier League, see these things happen, and when we do the opposite, we get, harassed in the parking lot. So this is the rule. However, it's part of it, the rule. However, a player can also influence play without touching the ball, and so should be given offside if the referee feels that their offside position has interfered with an opponent. For example, by preventing the opponent from playing the ball or by obstructing a goalkeeper's line of vision. Everything when we just read happened in the Rashford goal, right? This is what we've been taught. My recertification is hours long, and we talk about the offside and the handball really, really, a lot. So if a player is in an offside position and the ball is played and that person does not move, does not interfere with play, your flag remains down, you do not call offside. If the person is in an offside position, the ball is played and that person makes an attempt to play the ball, yes, you don't have to touch the ball, right? But you attempt to play. You can't tell me that Rashford running over the ball will touch him foot, they're between him legs. You can't tell me that Rashford did not make an attempt to play the ball. He's protecting the ball. He's bringing the ball towards the goal to score. That's what he was doing. He was shielding the ball. And then again, the defender was behind him, right? Rashford prevented that defender from really lunging or getting that ball. So he's actually interfering with that defender. So those two things in the rule, let me just read, happened yesterday. On top of that, if the defender had tried to slide tackle to get the ball between Rashford's foot, he would have been it would have been a foul and he would have been given a red card. So for me, when they came out to kind of justify the rule, he didn't touch it, he didn't interfere, he interfered because if the ball was rolling, and he wasn't there, the goalkeeper probably would have come out to try and cut off the angle or try to get the ball. The defender would have run faster or tried to do something to get the ball. So that offside was just ridiculous. And, what I don't like with the rules are there in black and white. What I don't like with the rules are subjective, right? So you will have 10 referees, and we have 10 different decision making, 10 different minds, 10 different ways of looking at something. Some referees will say, all right, and fine, they did not interfere play. Well, I am saying, of course he did. He prevented everybody from trying to get the ball because he was shielding the ball. So the rules are there in black and white. It's just that people kind of interpret it and implement it differently. And it was just so crazy that in a group of 30 referees that referee the game, some have 30 years of experience, not Premier League level, but you ref the game inside and out, and 30 referees thought that it was offside. So it was just crazy. Yes, apparently now it's the conspiracy that the Premier League wants Manchester United to win, to give Sir Alex a gift. So maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. That's not even my thing. But for me, it was a clear offside because all the things I mentioned happened in the Rashford build up to Bruno scoring the goal.
Yeah, go ahead, Junior.
And Sherwin kind of hint at it today. If you read that rule again, now let me preface it by saying I would call offside. The fix for it is if the assistant referee sees that it is offside, don't wait to raise the flag. This play is going to cause a change in that rule. I promise you, end of the season, the assistant referees are going to go back to raising their flags. They're going to up the technology of where they have the semi-automated offside rule. Where if they quickly see it's offside, buzz the referee, buzz the assistant ref. When the ref get the buzz, him feel more confident, raise your flag. This is the reason why. The rule says a player in an offside position at the moment the ball is played or touched by a teammate is only penalized on becoming involved in active play by interfering with play by playing or touching a ball passed or touched by a team or by a teammate. Right? That's the first rule. In that rule, again, it should have been called offside. Remember, put that out there. But if by that rule, did Rashford touch the ball when the ball was played? No. So he cannot be offside and by that rule. But in the second part, it says interfering with an opponent by, and the second part says challenging an opponent for the ball or clearly attempting to play a ball which is close when the action impacts on an opponent. Was Rashford doing that? Yes. So within the same rule, the first point, he wasn't offside. But the second point in that rule, he was offside. That's the problem in the rule. Now, it would have been fixed if the referee just raised his flag and the ball game stopped. I would know Bruno will have begged and no, better Rashford to stop and ray. And then the ref will have said, but them don't raise the flag, the whistle don't blow, shut the hell up and go back and play. That's the fix. But the rule...
and I think and you're right. And I think the thing with, because they implemented VAR, and let us be honest, we've seen a lot of incorrect offside calls, right? And the only way we see it or the goal is given is because the goal is scored. So what they've been talking about was allowing the play to continue, right? Allowing the play to continue. If the goal score, let us review it and then bring it back. But also I disagree with that too, because so many times we have seen where it's clearly offside by like 5 yards, and then no, you allow the players to get entangled. Somebody get hurt because of foul. Raise the flag and we avoid all of that. But you're right, and we complain about this all the time. The rules are there, and I say I don't think rules are written by former players. Couldn't be, because some of the things that I've seen them try to penalize people for, like you're falling on the ground and your hand upon the ground and the ball lick your hand. I am not giving that a hand because where should you put your hand? So I just don't understand why that goal was given because he clearly was interfering with play, right? He obstructed the view and restricted the actions of the defender. And by doing so, he probably, affected how the goalkeeper would have reacted too because we've seen like a lot of players, the ball is coming and they run out and they boot it up the pitch. So, it is what it is. And Manchester United fans say, there's so many calls that have gone against us. Let us have this one. You can have this one, but they have to fix the rules because people are truly confused. And then I try to explain the offside rule, and people say, no, but in our DB league, a player can be offside all day long. You can stand there with the goalkeeper, talk to him if you want to talk to him. But the problem with that is if the defender deliberately plays the ball and then it's subjective because I would say it's deliberate. You, Junior, would say it's not deliberate. If the defender, like the Salah goal I'm talking, right? The defender clearly played the ball, intentionally played the ball, and it fell to Salah and he scored. It wasn't offside. So the offside rule is one of those rules that they have to go back and make it less difficult to understand.
Yeah, man. And I really appreciate you clarifying this for us. And it's a divisive issue because people, I think 50% of the audience says correct call and 50% says no, it's not. Because Christine Uncle, who works for CBS in some of the analysis, she's been getting to it with Taylor Twellman of ESPN regarding her. She said it's a good call. Him says not. So I say go. Yo, I'm not fixing a rule, yeah, man. But overall, good game. Good football game. Let's take a look at some of the EPL results before we get to Yardballers and talk about the Jamaican football. And because we're running up against the clock in a little bit. Big games took place this weekend. Brighton defeated Liverpool 3-0. Klopp says, it's his fault. I mean, what exactly is Klopp's fault here? You never really go into detail, but...
Getting rid of money.
Simple. That's it. Getting rid of money.
But other results that stood out for you for this weekend's EPL action, family. Come on.
Chelsea win a one game. Maybe I can put on my jersey, but I couldn't find it still. Wolves.
Wolves defeated West Ham 1-0.
Right.
Is David Moyes out to lunch here? Will he get sacked?
Look here.
Yes.
My question is this. This is my question. Let me ask a question before we run nowhere else.
Yeah.
My question is, which coach will be first to go before the end of the month? Vieira, Lampard, Brendan Rodgers, Klopp, Conte, Moyes. Those are the coaches on chopping block.
Lampard. I said Lampard.
Everton. What you say, Junior?
I think Moyes. If Moyes get buried in the relegation.
And actually, I will make another further prediction. Normally, I'm very bad at this. I say Lampard gets sacked, Moyes gets sacked, and Moyes end back up at Everton.
What?
Because he seems to be the only good thing that has happened to that club in the last 50 years.
But Everton fans are backing Lampard.
Which Everton fans backing Lampard? We're about to get to security threat in a few minutes.
That was a lie. There was no security threat.
There's no security threat.
Those are, making a disclaimer now.
Other results, Leeds and Aston Villa. Aston Villa and Unai Emery seems to be playing some good football. Leeds, is Jesse Marsch in trouble?
Long time.
No, them like tight pants. Martinez was good in goal for Villa.
Yeah. Emi Martinez was good.
Yeah. No, I don't think Leeds is in trouble as yet. I think if they're bottom of the table, right, looking at championship versus looking at mid-table Premier League, I think he'll be in trouble. But I mean, Leeds is a mid-table team at best. between them and Aston Villa, the positions were good. So I don't know. For Junior said Nottingham Forest. Yes, Junior. At some point, we expect they spent what the second most money in the English Premier League, second to Chelsea. So they should be doing well. I want some money off Southampton. Thank you, Southampton, for the parlay. Who else? That's basically it. Are we surprised with Arsenal and Tottenham? I thought it would have been closer, but today was not Sun's day. And I want to ask, the listeners, is it a trend where if Son does not play well, Harry Kane also does not play well? Because Son was really off today, and Harry Kane was not at his best today.
Harold Ian says Villa soon skip over Everton. Over Chelsea.
Do you want me to answer that question truthfully?
Yes, please.
Harry Kane is aging like Wayne Rooney. And this is going to be an unpopular statement, but it would have happened sometime. Liverpool's issue is in the midfield. I've been calling Liverpool's issue for years, and now it started to come to fruition. Yes, Klopp could have proved that I'm an idiot by changing it early, but he never changed it. Harry Kane, when he was at his best, was always dropping back in the midfield and sending Son down a flank, right?
Yes, yeah.
And then Harry Kane would make it from the midfield and make his way to the box to finish most of those crosses, right? He cannot do that anymore. So now Harry Kane is going to have to learn to play as a pure number 9, which, newsflash, he is not as strong as people think he is. So he's in a conundrum now where he's not as mobile as he was before. So you can't set up a defender by dropping in the midfield and then race. He's almost like Bobby Firmino right now. The same way how Bobby looked, that's what Harry Kane looked like.
Okay.
And people now going to accept it because I guess they think he had a great World Cup. But if you don't have the horses around him, he doesn't have the ability to lead Tottenham anymore. And that's where Harry Kane is. He's getting old.
Yeah. Regarding the relegation fight, I mean, I know it's early one, but 17 or 19 games in, Leeds, Leicester City, Wolves, 17 points. Just 2 points just separate the teams right above the drop and from those in the drop zone. I mean, does West Ham, Everton, and Southampton really have to worry now? I mean, because the separation is not that bad.
No, it's not even the separation. Southampton, out of all those, from 17, well, from 18 to 20, Southampton is the only team that has won a game. So you have to win games. Draws are okay, but they're not enough. You have to get those 3 points. So Everton is winless basically in the last 5. Same thing with West Ham.
Yeah.
Them lose 4, draw 1. Bournemouth miss it by the skin of them teeth. But goal difference will also come into play. Bournemouth is minus 23. So they have to worry. We're halfway into the season, and you're only on 15 points. That's not good enough.
At the top of the table. Go ahead, Junior.
It's easy for a Southampton, Everton, and West Ham fan to say, hey, all we need is a win, and we're back in it. That if you're looking from that perspective. But if you look at the glass half empty, all you need is a loss. I want the other team to get a win. And you start twip. So yes, it is alarm bells time.
It's alarm bells. At the top of the table, we can't leave the EPL roundup without looking at the big bad gunners. Mikel Arteta said when asked about the Mudryk deal, he said, to paraphrase, he said, we have a good squad. And we go and back our players, and we're good. Arsenal 8 points at the top in the EPL. Now,
Arsenal can't say anything when one say no, but his bench isn't that strong.
Okay.
So I mean, I would worry.
Are you more confident? Come on, now are you any confident at all that Arsenal is gonna see this thing over the line? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being highly confident. Where
I
you
am
put?
50. I am at 5, so
You're
I'm
at 5. You're at 50.
50% confident. But at the same time, Junior just said, I mean, all you need is a loss and a other team get a win. Man City, the match is coming up. Aren't that crazy? Man City play Tottenham. Who else them play? Man City play. Who else? Who them play after that? After Tottenham, play Tottenham twice. What? 6 points that right there. So, so it Arsenal play Everton. Ooh, 3 points that. Arsenal play Man U. That's the 22nd. Man U in this form. So they're 8 points, yes, but all them need is three loss and City come up with 3 wins, and then we have the race is on. As I just said, Arsenal's squad is very good, but the bench isn't as tight as Manchester City's bench. So that's something to look into. But I mean, if me and Arteta, seeing how me this stay last year, I would be confident right now.
Yeah. Big up to Martin Odegaard playing some serious football in that Arsenal midfield, and Thomas Partey. Junior, Manchester United, of course, is back in it. They are 9 points. Was it 9 points off the top? But overall, your thoughts on the top four, family, and Arsenal? Are you calling it for Arsenal on a scale of 1 to 10 now? How confident are you that Arsenal will win? 10 being the highest.
I am at 7.5.
You're at 7.5, just like Mudryk's deal at Chelsea.
The reason why the Gabriel Jesus injury hasn't hurt Arsenal yet, right?
Yeah.
But we'll never want to wish injury. But if an injury happens, is Arsenal prepared to stem that injury? Probably not. They are doing well without Jesus right now, right?
Yeah.
But anybody else get injured, then it become a problem. If them beat Man U next week, which I will come out on a limb and say that should be a draw game. If they beat Man U next weekend, then play City in the cup after that, the League Cup.
Yeah.
If they can
the
beat
FA Cup.
FA Cup.
Yeah.
If they beat City in the FA Cup and send a message to City, then I will go up in the 9 range, because barring injury, nobody can stop them, right? I don't think Man U is in the title race right now. They're not. I mean, it is so easy to say, well, another win and them can overtake Man City. But Man City's bench is so deep compared to Man U bench that when you get down in the running, I think that will end up hurting Man U. Man U will be more in a fight to keep top 4 than thinking about the championship, to be honest with you. But as for Arsenal, is odds-on favorite, them cool, them good, and barring injury, nobody can stop them.
Yeah, and I mean, at the bottom line, at the end of the day, it's better to be in the lead than chasing the pack, right?
Right. Right.
So we'll see what the Arsenal. Big up to this team. They're going to play some serious football. Before we go to Yard Ballers and take a look at the Reggae Girls, have to take a look at 5-star Napoli family. I mean, come on, Napoli have played some serious football. They beat the brakes off Juventus 5-1 in the Scudetto. I mean, can we crown Napoli here? They're 10 points ahead of AC Milan. Is it too early to call this one? The Scudetto.
Too early. You want to crown everybody. It's too early. It's just they play 18 games. Like they're halfway there. Anything can happen. So Milan just need to tighten up them ship, and then we'll see. They're 9 points ahead of Milan. That's just 3 games. 3 wins for Milan, and 3 losses for Napoli. So not yet. Maybe after 25 games, if we still say that it's still 10, then yes, but too early.
So early. Junior, your thoughts? Yeah.
We can't say Milan have to win 3 without saying Napoli have to lose 3. No?
Yeah,
so you have to go find them 3 last. Napoli sent a message. Yeah.
Them lose. Them lose 1 in the last 5.
Them lose 1 in the last 18. So you have to try to find 3 more to that. Juventus was on such a tear coming in the game, right? Such a tear.
Yes.
And Luciano Spalletti said, all right, come make a show with class.
Yeah.
They're not better than us. Yes, they're in a purple patch. Let's knock them down a little bit. And newsflash, I'm not trying to trick the crowd and play devil's advocate and play radio. But this could be a precursor to Man U next week at Arsenal. Because Man U is not going to trick Arsenal in that game. So I'm not trying to switch my argument, but it's the same thing here. Napoli is Arsenal. And Juventus is Man U going on a tier with full confidence.
That's what it is. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, it's true for Manchester United and the old lady Juventus are both farm teams, and they're going up. Juventus went up against the group leader Napoli, and Manchester United is going up against the EPL leader, and Juventus got the brakes beat off of them. So the same thing might happen to Manchester. You know?
Man U is a good matchup for Arsenal. That's all I'm going to say, and that's going to be popcorn worthy.
But I was very, very impressed with Napoli on Friday. I mean, them really play some serious football. So big up to Napoli.
Them man they play like them have an extra bonus to get.
Yes, yeah. But and of course it's been 33 years since Napoli won the Scudetto, right? Right, Diego Maradona Doppia work hard because A, he got Messi and Argentina the World Cup title, and B, Diego Maradona, ghost of Diego Maradona, got Messi and Argentina the World Cup title, and now B, Diego Maradona's ghost is trying to help Napoli win the Scudetto in 33 years. So, the Doppia work hard. Final thoughts on the Scudetto, family, and any other major news before we go to Yard Ballers?
No, it's a go on. Lukaku still injured with a knee. Can't trade if you're injured, So go on nurse up the knee there, my youth.
All right, Yard Ballers time then.
You said somebody wanted to know about rankings. What about the rankings? They want to know where Jamaica is, or they want to know top 10?
What ranking? Oh,
you said something about FIFA
yes. Someone at the FIFA ranking had the final year FIFA ranking had, big up to Reggie who submitted this question, had I think Brazil as the end of year champion, and he was quite concerned. How is it that Brazil was number one when Argentina was the champion, and also Brazil didn't do so well? So Reggie, just explain that to the listener.
No, wait a minute, I can't remember right now. Oh my God. On their way to the World Cup, I think Argentina won more games by penalties than winning in regular time. We talked about it in our referee group, but we talked about the rankings as well. I'm going to double check, Reggie, but I think that's what happened. It was about, because the rankings is points. So it's how many points you get when you win a game outright than when it goes to penalties. I'm going to double check, send it to Benton. Benton can send it to you.
No, you can.
But that's what I thought from it. Yeah. So it was the points. It's all they accumulate the points. So even though Argentina went all the way and then Brazil, whatever, but it was all how the points were accumulated. And I think if we look on the rankings thing, Jamaica is number 64. That's right out there.
It's not everybody care about Jamaica ranking. We know this is the Yard Ballers section, but
so for Brazil, for Argentina, them only get 64 points up, and Brazil them only take away 0.53, and so the previous points was 1,841.3, and for Argentina it was 1,773.88. So there's a big difference between them, but Argentina moved up by almost 65 points. So that's all it is. It's the points versus regular games versus penalty wins.
All right, appreciate that. Big up. You see, football family, you submit your questions. We have the experts that will answer them. All right, Yard Ballers time, come on.
All right, so we're pushing up the clock, so bear with me. We're going real quick. So Jamaica U17 boys will feature in the CONCACAF Championship on February 11th to 26th in Guatemala, tickets are cheap, people. We can go Guatemala if you want. Just let me know. So Jamaica's in the group with Cuba, Guadeloupe, and Costa Rica. Okay, we should do well, right? We should do well because the scouting was good. We have a lot of players coming from England and the USA. I think some local ballers got shafted, but some are actually in the squad. So I think they're picking the Meron Gordon is picking the best squad to make this championship work. So Kemar Roof scored a goal for Rangers in their 2-1 victory versus Aberdeen. Jamal Lowe had 1 assist on his debut for QPR because he just got traded there on loan versus Reading. Leon Bailey had a goal and I think an assist in Villa's 2-1 victory versus Leeds. Bunny Shaw scored the only goal in City's 1-0 victory today versus West Ham. Romario Williams signed a contract with Colorado switchback in USL. Okay, Romario is a USL journeyman like Ian Kelly. Kenardo Forbes, he's the assist king in USL. He has been re-signed by Pittsburgh Riverhounds. FC Tulsa re-signs Christopher Pearson, who is a youth international player for Jamaica. Speedy Williams has left Miami FC and he's now signed a contract with Colorado switchback. Amal Knight leave Jamaica Premier League and signed for Lexington in USL 1. Cardell Benbow has left. Well, he never had a club from Mount Pleasant cut him. Signed for Deportivo Santos in Costa Rica. And there's a rumor going around that Alex Marshall may sign for Harborview. I don't know who that is. I would think Mount Pleasant because Mount Pleasant selling everybody and their mama is like Chelsea. So the JFF Adidas kit review will be launched on February 6th. I hear that the jerseys are good. The warm-up jerseys look like Yanzi, but we shall see. The JFF appointed Dennis Chung as General Secretary and Chris Daring he was appointed as Chairman of the Marketing Committee. Chris is really good when it comes to marketing, so hopefully we can get the jerseys, get tickets, get merchandise wherever we want to buy, stuff for JFF. Not JFF, Reggae Boys and Reggae Girls. The Reggae Girls will face Australia, Spain, and the Czech Republic in the FFA Cup of Nations in Australia in February. So that's my roundup. Sorry for going so fast, pushing up against the clock. So next week I'll have more info for you in detail.
Yep. Reggae Girls will play Australia, play Spain February 16th. And then they'll play Czech Republic on the 19th and wrap up the tournament on February 22nd. Big tournament in a World Cup year for the Reggae Girls, right? Big. And
yeah.
not only
the quality of the opponents is they have to get used to Australia because the time difference, and so it's really, really good that money has been spent to get the ladies acclimated to the conditions. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Junior, your thoughts on this tournament, family?
I am just glad that I get games, right? I said a while ago that is a big tournament for the Reggae Girls. Yes, it's huge, but one thing I want to see is some form of consistency, so that we can build a program where, all right, we know the World Cup is next year. I would have loved
this year.
This year. Sorry, my apologies. This year. We know the World Cup is this year. It might sound crazy, but I would have loved to see a younger set of players getting picked for this tournament, where we can start blooding the post-World Cup squad, right? So we can, okay, we'll make it to the World Cup. Now let's start thinking about the next World Cup, right? I would have loved for us to get to that state. That would mean that we'll have more games where we can play later on, right? That's what we want to see the program reach. We don't want to see the World Cup side got every game. No, man, show me some more ball.
And you may get your wish because it's a squad that's in training camp. Big up to Lauren Donaldson. They have a squad in training camp. The squad is Jody Brown, Kiki Van Zanten, Giselle Washington, Cameron Simmons, Peyton McNamara, Raquel Jones, Mariah Greer, big up yourself, family, Leah Brooks, Serena Mensah. Come on, do you know some of these players? Lauren did say
there are no local players. But there are no local players. And there are no local players in the squad. What is the purpose of having the Women's Premier League, schoolgirl football, and you did not bring at least one standout player from the local league. If you look for, I don't know how good they're because I'm going home to go see, but Fraser's Whip, they played probably 5 or 6 games and they have a plus 58 goal difference. You see? So maybe the competition is poor or some players are good, but you have nobody scouting the local women's league to pick, okay, one outstanding player. I give them an incentive to come to, because a lot of those players are not getting stipends, they're not getting paid, right? They're playing on their own dime. At least give them some incentive. Today they had an intra squad and the yellow side was lost or won 3-1. Intra squad.
Okay, so let me just run through the final list. Malia Atkins, Zoe Matthews, Logan McFadden, Michaela Days, and Michaela Days. Big up, loves to see the Days sister. Amelia Van Zanten. So this is another Van Zanten. Come on, are these related? Kiki Van Zanten? Do you know?
Of course, of must. Oh, Jamaica, we have the country of Benton.
Is her last name Jones?
Like,
black?
is it Lee?
Or brown?
Is it brown?
Soleil Washington, Havana Sloan, big up Havana, signed with Houston Dash. Satara Murray, racing Louisville. You can check them out in NWSL. Chenia Matthews, unattached. Junior's favorite reggae girls, Kanya Plummer, Lauren Reed, Israel Grooves.
Unattached. We're surprised Kanya has not got another. And yes, your girl Sydney Junior signed.
My girl or Benton girl?
One owner girl.
I thought Sydney Schneider is at Kansas City. Comment.
She played one game. Was she there?
But I thought
she was there. She was there in the same capacity as I am at the Washington Spirit. You know, the same capacity in the stands.
She's developing. Come on, she's developing.
not in the stands. You don't develop. That's like wait, I forgot to mention. It is rumor that Alison Swaby will be signing with PSG. If that's true, she would be the second Jamaican behind Keith Kelly to sign and play at PSG. Let me tell you, Sydney signed for AC Sparta Prague in the Czech Women's First League.
And that's so Sydney Schneider.
Your goalkeeper.
Okay, big up. All right, big up yourself. Hey, look, we can't say my goalkeeper now go road and try to get works, even though she may not start, she'll go road and try things. Chenia Matthews, Kanya Plummer, Lauren Reed.
So why should I go so far and not start?
I don't build relationships.
Yeah, but they stay a foreign year and don't start. I mean, like, she go learn a new language, new food, new teammate. You better should just stay and go and rub the bench.
Israel, I ignore you dropping words from my big goal. Israel Grooves, Tierney Wilshire, Yasmin Jameson, and then Bernard, Trudy Carter, Sydney Bellamy, and Adam Olcon. Come on, Trudy Carter.
Yasmin is the goalkeeper. Am I next goalkeeper?
I think Yasmin.
Who else?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know any of any. Come on, Trudy Carter. She's unattached. How is this? What going on, sir?
So Trudy now does the SPN. Well, let me do Google real quick. Trudy was just in Spain. No, I need to ask my inside something. But Trudy was just in Spain, and it says Trudy Carter playing for Levante Las Planas. She's played 4 matches, 0 goals, no assists. But they said Trudy Carter, she signed for them. So, I mean, unattached.
Well, the Jamaican Football Federation, in their release, have her as unattached. So,
no, this can't be real. Trudy should score a game.
Reggae Girls getting ready for the Cup of Nations big tournament February 16th against Spain. Yo, tighten up around about there because this might be rough. February 19th against Czech Republic and February 22nd against Australia. Big tournament. And also, family, Alison Swaby. Yo, whatever we need for to cross our fingers, we hope that Alison Swaby does get that PSG contract because it's a big side.
Just need to pass our medical because Alison Sebi is a good player. I don't know why the current did not use her. Not the current. Angel City FC. Even the fans. I mean, it's like a done deal because the fans were already saying bye and whatever. But you could see where people were wondering why she was. She's a very good defender. Very very good player. So I just think as long as she passed her medical, it's a done deal for her.
Okay, see? Here you go. We break news. And not just Fabrizio Romano break news. As I say, big up to Camon breaking news. Alright, long as she pass her medical, she good to go. She will join the magnificent Keith Kelly. What a baller he was back in the day if it's signed for PSG. But we'll wait for the official statement.
Keith Kelly, Keith, if you're watching, I know Kevin Guef sent this to you. We need to have you on the show because we need to talk about you and the move to PSG.
Yeah, man. Keith Kelly was a general. Fantastic player. Junior and Kamod, I hit that in our family. We are going where we are. You know, any final statement, any final thing, Junior, that you want to say before you go home? Because Manchester United, Manchester is red.
Well, we already know that. But people, hit the like button, subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm begging you, subscribe to the thing, man. It costs you nothing. Unless one is a big dirty hater. Subscribe to the channel.
Those are the views of Junior Pringle and not
hold on.
And Junior only.
Hold on. So if the person is a hater, you want to treat them nice?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
The Bible says love your enemies. The Bible, what WWJD.
Yes. Come on, I hit that, another fancy transfer for your side. So we'll see Mudryk in the next game for Chelsea. If it's
right
similar,
before we get to the red card.
It was similar to Joao Felix.
Who will play again?
We don't know the Chelsea schedule. Yeah.
We're not playing against nobody.
So remind the listeners, Reggae Girls will have watch along for these. We'll try to see if we can have some watch along for these games.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
We're playing Liverpool.
Oh, okay. Well, that would
nobody.
be fun. That would be fun. That should be an easy victory.
Liverpool. Now we're not. Liverpool is favourite to win. As bad as Liverpool is playing, get beaten by Brighton 3-0. The people have Liverpool favourite. Yes, I'm said about that.
Yeah, Bogside indeed. Reggae Girls versus Australia, Spain, Czech Republic, Cup of Nations. As the Reggae Girls get ready for a World Cup play later on. Football listeners, if you just passing through, it's the first time checking out the show, thank you for joining us. Big up on yourself. Consider smashing the like button and subscribing. The audio version of the show will be available wherever you get your podcast. We're on Facebook at Ballchat. We're on Twitter at Ballchat1. We're on Instagram at Ballchat Podcast. Yo, come on, Junior. We gone. I ruined no family. Bless up on yourself.
Later.
Bye.